Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today back in a Fortnite video. And in today's video, I want to share with you guys the best settings here of Season 7. I want to share with you guys the settings that I'm currently using and that I recommend for you guys to try out for this season that are the very best and the most optimal. So definitely stay tuned to the video if you guys want to know the best settings to use and the settings that I am currently using as well. So definitely stay tuned in the video. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys would like to participate in the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered. If you guys would like to support them in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And lastly, I'm super excited to announce my new merch. You guys can find it in the link in the description or the pinned comment if you guys are interested. Definitely get a long sleeve t-shirt or a hoodie if you guys like it. And with that being said, let's get right to the video. Alright, so here in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best settings to use here of Season 7. So going to my settings, I'm going to show you guys every single thing that I have. So here for my brightness, I have it on 150. Of course, it depends on your monitor or TV. If your TV is already really bright, then having it 150 would be just overkill. But for my monitors, usually I have it pretty dim for most games. So having it 150 just makes my game just feel right as terms of brightness. So for graphics settings, I like to have a high brightness with my colorblind setting on off. Some of you guys might like different colorblind settings, but I think having it off is the best. There's not really any advantage of playing on other colorblinds, so you might as well just play with it off. Or if you like anyone for any specific reason, then you can play on it for whatever reason. So as far as the video settings, if you guys do play on PC, you want to have your textures on either medium, high, or epic, and everything else on low. That's going to give you the best FPS that you need. And of course, you want to copy the bottom settings I have here, like the NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. Definitely have that on plus boost. Direct 11 is usually the best. Here's Sprint by default. Of course, you have this setting on. It's standard in pretty much a lot of games by now. And you want to have the auto open door feature on. It makes it really easy, so when you go for an edit, if you miss edit, it makes a door and it doesn't stop your momentum. It'll automatically open it. It's really helpful. The auto sort consumables to the right, definitely have that setting on as well. Very helpful, especially off spawn. When you open up chest, you're able to sort out your guns and your shields really quickly. The disable pre-edit option, definitely have that on. Confirm edit release, I have that on. Record replays, have that setting off. If you don't use replays, it just helps with the FPS and things like that. The HUD options, HUD scale, have that on 80%. You can play on like 75 or 85%, but you definitely don't want to play on 100, so you can have good FOV. So as far as the settings that you want to have and what a lot of you guys want to know, I do think exponential is pretty meta, especially this season. It's been pretty meta for the past couple seasons, but I've recently switched over and I really like it, so I wanted to point that out first, that I do play an exponential. A 1.6 for my building and editing, and my look sensitivity is a 43% and a 42%. This is a really great sensitivity to have. I like being in the low 40s as far as my X and Y sensitivity, so if you don't really like this setting here specifically, or it feels just a little bit off, I'd recommend like a 41 and 41%, or even like a 44 and 44. Anything in the low 40s is really great. And then for your building sensitivity, being in the ranges of like 1.5 to 1.6 is going to be your best option. You're able to build fast and smooth. You're able to build quickly, but it doesn't feel like I'm overbuilding or it feels too out of control. So I like this setting a lot. I think it's really great. A lot of other players you'll see on exponential do play on like a lot higher sensitivity, which I think is really crazy. I think this sensitivity is high enough. I'm able to hit all of my shots consistently, and I'm able to build, edit, and do everything that I need to very efficiently and very accurately as well. So I like this settings a lot. I recommend to give them a try. And like I said, when it comes to all the settings, I recommend trying them out. And if you think there's like small adjustments, like you want to lower or raise your sensitivity by a couple points, then I definitely think you should do so, because people have different preferences. You know, some people like higher sensitivities and some people like lower sensitivity. I typically like the lower sensitivities. For most games, it helps me aim a lot better, and I think if you really struggle with hitting your shots, playing on lower sensitivity is 100% guaranteed to help you hit more shots. And so a lot of you guys who are struggling to aim, play on lower sensitivity. That could solely be the reason that you're missing so many shots, is you're just on too high of a sensitivity and it's causing you to just shoot all over the place. My ADS sensitivity is on a 12%. This pretty much just stays the same in a lot of my videos. You can have 11%, 12, 13, 14%. Anything in that ranges is what you want to have. My look dampening time is a 0. Now, this is a setting I think is really great if you have bad aim. So if you are struggling to hit your shots, put it on like a 0.08, and I feel like you're going to be able to hit more shots, because what it does is it slows your crosshair down a little bit. So if you struggle to hit longer range shots, look dampening time is going to be your best friend. It's going to help you out hit your shots much more consistently. So if you do struggle to hit shots, mess around that setting. It's going to really help you out a lot. But I feel like with the sensitivity already being as low as it is, with the 43%, 42%, and 12%, and as well being on exponential, you're going to have the slower crosshair movements. I think that look damping time really isn't necessary. But as I said, if you do miss a lot of your shots, look damping time is going to be your best friend. Put it on like a 0.08, and you're going to be much more accurate. My dead zones are on a 5% and a 5%, which are the lowest dead zones that you can have. So recently, I just got the new Xbox controller, which I really do like. It's just like a couple changes from the other Xbox One controller. Not really that much different, but I really do like it. And because it's a newer controller, I don't have any stick drift at all. So if you don't have stick drift, then play on the lowest dead zones. Of course, you know, if your controller is a little bit older, you've had it for a couple years or like a long time, you might have a little bit more stick drift than me. So you want to raise your dead zones accordingly. But as I said, since I got a new controller, I don't have any stick drift whatsoever as of right now. I am on a 5%, but of course, if I get stick drift like a month or two down the road, like a little bit of it, then I'll just raise my dead zones by a couple points here and there. But it's really nice being on the lower dead zones because everything feels really responsive and really smooth. So if you can play on low dead zones, you definitely want to. You're going to be able to hit more shots. Everything's going to feel a lot more fast and fluid. And then the foot controller setting, as you saw, you want to have that off. It just adds extra input delay, so you definitely don't want to have that on. So these are all the settings that I currently have here for this season. Hopefully you guys have found this video helpful and you guys like these settings. I definitely have. And as I mentioned, I did recently switch to exponential as of a couple weeks ago, and I really do like it, and I highly recommend if you guys are on linear, give exponential a try. If you guys don't like it, that's totally cool. I think that linear is still great. I think linear is probably the best for building and editing, so if you just constant build and edit all the time, I think linear could be your best bet. But as you saw in the clips when I was building with exponential, I was able to do so really effectively. I was able to build and edit just as good as before, but I definitely feel like linear is a little bit better for building and editing. But in overall sensitivity, when you factor in your accuracy, being able to hit long range shots, building, editing, if you factor in everything, I think overall exponential is going to be the best sensitivity settings for you, and I highly recommend to use them. And if you guys are curious on the binds that I have, I do play on generic. I really like it. Just a preference, just not like any sort of advantage on it or anything like that. But I do play with 4 paddles. My upper left paddle is my toggle pickaxe. My upper right paddle is going to be my edit button. As you can see, it's bound to the right on the D-pad. So as I said, upper left is my pickaxe. Upper right is my edit button. My bottom left is going to be my jump button. And then my bottom right is going to be my B button, which is, as you see in the build controls, it's bound to my trap picker, place / interact. So that's how I place like my bounce pads, my launch pads, traps, things like that. I'm going to press my bottom right paddle to do so. And then on my edit controls, my confirm is on left trigger. A lot of people use it. I think it's really great. And then my reset is on right stick. Some people use reset as right bumper. But thing that sucks, if you misclick on right bumper, it can pull out your gun. Oh, it can pull out the wrong gun. It can completely mess you up. So right bumper is really great. It's just if you misclick, it can be kind of annoying. Right stick, if you misclick, you just crouch. Not a big deal. So that's why I like to have my reset on right stick instead of right bumper. But if you're really consistent and you don't mess it up a lot, right bumper is also really great for resetting your builds as well. So with that being said, that's going to be all the sensitivity settings, graphic settings, everything that you want to have here for the season. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys could drop a like, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. I do live stream really often on this channel, so make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys can get notified when I go live here on this channel. But with that being said, I really do appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.